What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and having a great day. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out today. It is literally like the perfect temperature, but today we're reviewing the 2023 Volvo C40 Recharge Twin all-wheel drive ultimate. Huge thank you to Jamer Heasley over at Don Beyer Volvo Cars of Sterling, Virginia for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you guys are interested in this particular C40 or any Volvo product, I'll be sure to have Jamer's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. Before we get into this first part of the video, I greatly appreciate it if each and every one of you guys would give this video a big thumbs up, as well as leave a comment in the comment section down below and hit that subscribe button. All those likes, comments, and subscriptions really help the channel grow and help me make the dream of doing this as my job every day more of a reality. But with all that said, let's get into the exterior and performance. So like I said, this is a 2023 Volvo C40 Recharge Twin all-wheel drive ultimate. That whole model is definitely a mouthful, but it definitely looks fantastic. This particular one is painted in the $695 Thunder Gray Metallic. But let's start over here at our headlights and work our way around the vehicle. So you do get LED headlights as well as LED daytime running lights in active high beams. You also do get LED fog lights with the ultimate, which this one is. At the front end of the C40 Recharge, you will find a body color grille panel. You may be able to notice that it differs from like the gas powered XC40 in that it's just one straight panel with no air to let the motor breathe, because this is a electric vehicle after all. At the center of that grille panel is where you'll find your Volvo emblem, and just below your Volvo emblem is where you'll find your forward-facing camera. You get a 360-degree camera that goes along with the ultimate, as well as a black trim piece under your body color grille panel. Taking a step back, you also do get front sensors with the ultimate, as well as a front trunk, which you can open up from the inside. It's just like popping open the hood on a gas powered vehicle. Come inside here and pull on that, and the front trunk will open to reveal a decent amount of storage space down in here. So all you gotta do is find this handle right here and open this up as well, and that is your front trunk space. You can also open this up to reveal your tire kit as well as a tow hook. That is where you fill up your windshield washer fluid. Windshield washer fluid reservoir is the right term for that. Let's close our front trunk and continue on down the side of the 2023 C40 Recharge. So with the ultimate, you also do get these 20-inch 5V-spoke black diamond cut alloy wheels that are wrapped in two 35/45 in the front and two 55/40 Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. So two 35/45 in the front and two 55/40 in the rear. Gloss black mirror caps, as well as integrated LED turn signals and camera at the bottom of the side view mirror, and you got your blind spot monitoring on the upper left-hand corner of the driver's side mirror and on the upper right-hand corner of the passenger side mirror. With the C40 Ultimate, you also get high gloss black window trim as well as body color door handles, and that right there is what makes the C40 the C40. You get that sloped roof as compared to like the boxy type of roof design that you'd find on the XC40. You can see it's sloped and it kind of gives you like a coupe-ish feel to it. It looks absolutely fantastic and it looks super sporty. Right behind this panel right here is where you will find your charge port, and at the rear end, or the business end of the C40, is where you'll find a black spoiler. So like I said, with that sloped roof design in collaboration with this black spoiler, this thing looks super sporty. You do get LED taillights with side marker lights. These taillights are sequential when unlocking and locking the vehicle, which I'll show you guys right now. I got the key fob in my pocket. So let's say I click on the lock button. You can see, watch these sequential taillights lock. And then when I hit the unlock button, the sequential taillights will go like this, just like that. And that is really cool. I'll do the locking again and it'll go down and around just like that. Boom. That is what that looks like. But at the middle of your power liftgate is where you'll find your LED third brake light. It is just below your black spoiler and it's integrated into a black trim piece. Looks very good. Just below that is where you'll find your Volvo lettering. And then on the left hand side of the power liftgate, you got your chrome C40 badge. And then on the right hand side, you have your Recharge Twin badge. Underneath all of that is where you will find your rear view camera, which is located right there. It's very nicely hidden into the power liftgate, as well as you have 6 rear view sensors total. So you got one right there, there, and over there, as well as a reflector on the driver's side of the vehicle and a reflector on the passenger side of the vehicle. And then at the bottom of the bumper is where you'll find a black trim piece. But let's open up the trunk of the C40. So locate that pad just above your license plate to reveal the storage space. So storage space is a little bit shorter in the C40 as compared to the XC40 because it's got that sloped roof design. But opening up under here, you got a little bit more storage space, as well as your jacks if God forbid you do get a flat tire. It's where your jack is, as well as you also do get this cargo cover, so people who are not you cannot see what is in your trunk when the trunk is closed. And then also you may be able to notice you have that box or center thing that is cut out. That is where you can send skis through the middle of the 2 second row seats. So I actually can go in here, push down on that, and this will drop, and that is how you will send your skis through. Let's close the trunk here. You can either close the trunk or close the trunk and lock the vehicles, but we're just going to close the trunk for right now. So let's do a little walk around of the C40 before we move into performance. And let me know what you guys think of the C40 in the comment section down below. Do you guys prefer the XC40 or do you guys prefer the C40? In my personal opinion, I think the C40 just looks a little bit better because it's got that sloped roof design. It looks more like a coupe. And then you also get that black spoiler. So like I said, I think if I had to choose between the two, I personally would go for the C40. But with all that said, let's move into performance. So just under your floorboard is where you will find your 78 kilowatt hour lithium ion high voltage battery. It's mated to a shift by wire single speed transmission. That battery does make 402 horsepower and 486 pound-feet of torque for a 0 to 60 time in 4.5 seconds. And on the window sticker, Volvo claims to have 226 miles of range with the C40. But if you guys are enjoying the video so far today, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Just to reiterate, like I said, all those likes, comments, and subscriptions really help my channel grow. And with all those likes and comments, it will boost my channel in the YouTube algorithm. So I greatly appreciate it if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe. But with all that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. With the Volvo C40, you do get keyless access. So all you got to do is walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. You can tell the vehicle unlocks because the side view mirrors will fold out. You can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across this square on the door handle, and the vehicle will lock. But another way you can unlock the vehicle, obviously, is by pressing the unlock button on the key fob, and the vehicle will open up. So let's take a look at this door panel here. This Volvo C40 is supposedly the first Volvo to be completely leather free. So you do get like a pleather type of material that goes on your armrest. You do get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners. Aluminum door handle, unlock and lock buttons just above your mirror controls, 2 memory seat adjustment settings right here, and you can lock not only the door access but also the window access for your passengers. One thing that's pretty cool about the C40 is that you get topographical backlit translucent decor, which is right here. It kind of looks like a topographical map, and it is backlit. So I wish I could show you guys that, but it is not at night, so you're not going to be able to see. This cloth material right here is called Fjord Blue. It looks absolutely fantastic in my opinion when matched to this black interior. Harman Kardon speaker surround right there. Recharge door sill right here. And you do get a power driver seat as well as a power passenger seat with 4-way lumbar. But let's step into the interior. One thing that's kind of interesting about the C40 is that you do not get a push button start or like a start switch like you would find on like a Volvo C40 with the gas powered motor. All you do is you step into the interior with the key fob and the vehicle honestly just turns on. So it's pretty cool. But over here, this button right here, if you press and hold it, will open up your power liftgate. So power liftgate is opening up. Press and hold that button again and the power liftgate will drop. You can hear it go beep, 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 and it will drop. So let's step in and close that door. and let's talk about what the C40 is all about. Looking straight ahead is where you will find your 12.3-inch digital driver display with 2 display modes. Those 2 display modes consist of calm and navi. So throw it into park, and let's take a look at the screen right here. So yeah, it's letting me know that I am in the vehicle. Yep, I know. Right over here, you got your speedometer with your digital speedometer readout at the center of it. Right over here, this lets you know if you are using the battery for power. So you're under like the battery power, or down here, this is like letting you know how much of the regenerative brakes you are using. That lets me know that I am in reverse. If I pull down on this gear shift lever all the way, it puts me into drive. Push up once, that puts me into neutral. And then if I push P right here, that puts me into park, which immediately turns the parking brake on. This is my Navi mode. If I come over to here and I press this button, this is the calm mode. That is my battery percentage right there, and that lets me know what the speed limit is of the road that I am driving on. So moving over to here, this is your turn signal stalk, as well as it controls your headlights and fog lights. Let's take a listen. That is what your turn signal sounds like. And right now we are in headlights automatic. If I come down one like that, that turns my headlights always on. Down one more, that turns my daytime running lights on. And if I twist it all the way to the bottom, that means my headlights are off. But let's go back into headlights on. If I press this button, that turns my fog lights on. Press that button again and it turns the fog lights off again. If I go all the way forward like that, that means my automatic high beams are on, so the vehicle will do the high beams for itself. So if there's a vehicle in the oncoming lane of traffic, it will turn the high beams off by itself. If I twist forward again, that means it's not going to do that. Pleather wrapped steering wheel, and it is heated, so you do get a heated steering wheel with the Ultimate. Right over here, you've got your controls, not only for your volume and not only for switching between back and forth different songs or your preset radio stations, dependent on if you are on Bluetooth audio or on AM, FM, or Sirius XM. But pressing this button right here will bring up the trip computer as well as the odometer. So this vehicle does have 64 miles on it. This is trip auto and this is trip manual, so you would have to manually reset this one, whereas this one resets every single time that you drive the vehicle. So it tracks exactly how long you've been driving, how many miles you've driven, and how much energy you have used, as well as your average speed. But I'm going to close out of that and I'll go back over here. So now we are in navigation mode. This is to speak to the vehicle. Right over here, you've got your adaptive cruise control settings. Let's take a listen to the horn. So that is what our horn sounds like. Over here is where you'll find your 9-inch Google infotainment screen with wired Apple CarPlay. So if you have a USB port or a USB-C port, all you gotta do is plug it into there, connect it to your phone, and then you will have Apple CarPlay connectivity, which is really nice. This right here you can consider as your home button. So if I press on that, it will bring me to my home screen, which I got my maps. I can connect a device, Apple CarPlay, and this gives me how much range this C40 has left. See these 4 squares right here? Let's click on that. That will bring us to this screen. You got your Google Maps, as well as your Bluetooth media player, radio, or Sirius XM. That will bring us to our phone or Apple CarPlay, Google Assistant, Range Assistant, car status, air quality, bring us to our Google Play Store and or our owner's manual. If I swipe down from up here, that lets us know what profile we are in. Right now we are an owner, and I can log out of that if I wanted to do that. See this camera button right here? That will bring up our rear view camera. If I go on this button right here at the center, that will bring up our 360-degree view camera, and then I can bring up which camera angle that I want to display. So right now that is our forward-facing camera. This is our driver's side camera on the side view mirror. If I go back 360 and I click on this one, this is our passenger side mirror. So that's what it looks like on the passenger side. And then obviously I can bring it back to our rear view camera. I can turn the parking sensors on or off by pressing that, or I can turn the rear auto brake on or off by pressing that one as well. Clicking on this button that looks like a seat, that will bring up my heated steering wheel with 3 levels of adjustability, as well as my driver seat with 3 levels of adjustability. Pressing on this seat right here will turn on the passenger side heated seat. So it's got 3 levels of adjustability as well. Press it 3 times and it turns right back off. you can see it says 68 degrees at the center of the screen at the bottom. Click on that and that will bring up our main climate. So you can control your climate right here. You can pause your screen right now and see exactly what you can adjust. This is a dual zone climate control vehicle. And then right over here, you have your settings. So you can go into all your different settings that, you know, you can pause your screen again and take a look at all these different settings. But just below that, this is your hazard button. And what's cool about the hazard button is that it flashes with the hazards. This is your front defroster. This is your rear defroster. This is to go back on a track. This is to go forward on a track. Pressing this button will play or pause a track. And this is your volume knob. Right over here, this is a dead button, where normally on like a 2021, it would have been your different drive modes, but you do not have drive modes on this vehicle. Topographical map right there, as well as another HVAC vent, Harman Kardon speaker surround, and that door panel looks the exact same as the driver's side door panel. Taking a look at the storage space in the glove box, you can fit an owner's manual as well as some napkins, straws, and stuff, but it is definitely not the biggest glove box that I have ever seen. Closing that glove box, it is also not locking. You have a frameless rear view mirror, and just below your frameless rear view mirror, you have your universal garage door opener, which does come with the Ultimate. Vanity mirror with a vanity light, as well as a spot you can set your registration, money, or whatever paper you want to set there. You can also set business cards if that's what you wanted to do. Same thing goes for the passenger side as well. That is your mic pickup for your Bluetooth phone, and you have one over here on the driver's side as well. I'm not sure if the GoPro is going to pick it up all too well. SOS button, passenger airbag on or off, letting you know if it's on or off right there. This will turn on or off the passenger LED light. So if I press that, that will turn the passenger LED light off. If I press this button, that will turn the driver's side LED light on. Press it again, it will turn the driver's side LED light off. Right now, I have all the lights on in the vehicle. If I press that, that will turn all the lights off in the vehicle. When I open up the door, all the interior lights will turn on. If I close that, all the interior lights will turn off. If I press that again, it will bring up all the interior lights and it will turn them all on. So let's turn them all off again. And Harman Kardon speaker surround on the dash right there. One thing that down here you do get is a 12-volt power outlet, as well as 2 USB-C ports. This is your inductive charging pad and or wireless charging pad, dependent on what you want to call it. This is your gear shift lever. Push forward, puts you into reverse. Pull back once, that puts you into neutral. Pull back one more time, and that puts you into drive. And push P to go into park. We're pushing P. 2 cup holders right here. You can see I got my water bottle in it, as well as my keys to my car. Piano black trim. This is your pleather wrapped padded armrest. It's actually pretty padded with some accent colored white stitching. Opening this up reveals your center console. Not too much storage space down in there, but you can fit a phone, napkins, whatever you want to put down in there. And one thing that I really like about the XC40 as well as the C40 is that this is a trash bin. So you can throw away your trash in here, and then at a later date you can pull that out and dump your trash. So that is a really, really cool feature that comes with the C40 as well as the XC40. Talking about the front seats, you have like some suede going down the center, as well as some fake leather on the side bolsters with some white accent colored stitching, Swedish flag, and you also get some white accent colored piping as well as some white accent colored stitching on your headrest as well. You got a grab handle on the driver's side as well as another grab handle on the passenger side, and the rear passengers do not get a grab handle, as you might be able to tell, but you do get LED lights in the passenger. I'll show you guys that when we move into the rear part of the C40. But one more thing before I read to you some of the features that this C40 does have include: up top, you will find your laminated pano roof with UV protective coat. So when I'm driving down the street, and I have the sun beating down on me, I cannot feel any heat from the sun. And you don't have like a shade that comes over, it's just always open. But I do want to read to you guys some of the features that this C40 does have. And some of those features include, and I'll start with safety and security, include blind spot information system with steer assist and cross traffic alert with auto brake, as well as collision avoidance featuring low and high speed collision mitigation that detects vehicles, pedestrians, cyclists, and large animals. Driver alert control, run off-road protection and run off-road mitigation, lane departure warning / lane keeping aid, oncoming mitigation by braking, front, side, and curtain airbags with driver side knee airbag, whiplash protection system, also known as whips, in the front seats, automatic unlocking after collision, road sign information, occupant sensor with seatbelt reminder. Let's read some of the luxury and convenience features that the C40 does come standard with, which include a laminated panoramic roof with UV protective coat, keyless entry and start with illuminated door handles on the exterior, high gloss black window trim, glossy black front and rear skid plate, color coordinated front grille, also known as a body color front grille, front load compartment, power front seats with driver's seat memory, 4-way power lumbar support in the front seats, charcoal headliner, inductive smartphone charging, also known as wireless charging pad, interior high-level illumination, removable / folding load floor with grocery bag holder, 2-zone automatic climate control plus clean zone, topography backlit translucent deco, heated front seats, tinted windows, and rear side door and cargo. Another thing that I want to read with you guys on screen include the ultimate features. So with the ultimate, you do get LED front fog lights as well as a 360-degree view camera, front park assist, rear park assist is standard, home link garage door transmitter, which is a universal garage door opener, power folding rear head restraints on the outer position, so the 2 outer seats only, power front seats with driver's seat memory, removable / folding load floor with grocery bag holder, pilot assist, which is a driver assistance system, heated rear seats, headlight high pressure cleaning, heated steering wheel, heat pump, Harman Kardon premium surround air purifier, and those 20-inch wheels. The only option that this particular C40 does have is the $695 metallic paint. And while we do have the window sticker on screen, we might as well talk about the MSRP. So the MSRP of this particular C40, the way that this one is spec'd, is $62,240. Let me know what you guys think of that price in the comment section down below. But I do want to move into those rear seats and show you guys what those rear seats are all about. But one thing I want to show you guys on the driver's side door panel before we move into those rear seats is that if you press the L and the R button at the same time where your mirror controls are, your side view mirrors will fold in. Press those 2 buttons again at the same time and they fold right back out. But I do want to show you guys what's going on in these rear seats again. So let's open up the rear door. The door panel in the rear looks pretty much the exact same as what you would find in the front. You get some of that fjord blue carpeting on the door panel, as well as automatic up and down rear windows, aluminum door handle, and what's really cool is that you have a lock button right here, so I can unlock and or lock the vehicle by pressing that button. So let's say you're the dad of a kid in the rear seat, you walk into the grocery store but you leave the vehicle on, the kid in the back seat can press the lock button and lock the vehicle without having to reach into the front seat. So that's really cool. Again, some fjord blue carpeting, seat back pocket behind the driver's seat, seat back pocket behind the passenger seat, but just keep in mind that it is mesh. So whatever you keep back here, just be mindful that it may or may not fall out because it is mesh. Seats look the same in the rear as what you would find in the front. You get pleather bolstering with some suede insert at the center of the seats. You get some storage right to the left of your seat on the driver's side and storage to the right of your seat on the passenger side. Let's step into these seats. So I got a good amount of knee room, good amount of leg room. I am adjusted behind myself. I am 5'9". I actually have a little bit of headroom left over. So let's say you're like 6'2". I'm not quite sure how you would fit in the rear of the C40, which if you do have passengers that are tall, you might want to take a look at the XC40 because it's got that boxed roof design rather than that sloping roof design that you find with the C40. LED light for the rear passenger on the driver's side, LED light for the rear passenger on the passenger side, 2 HVAC vents back here, as well as if I open this up, you have 2 more USB-C ports, as well as you have heated rear seats for the 2 outboard seats. So this person has a heated seat and I have a heated seat. The person in the middle does not have a heated seat, but you also do get a center fold down armrest with 2 cup holders here in the second row seats as well. But we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm sure you guys do as well. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, guys, and now on to the driving portion of the review. And now if you guys watch any of my other videos, you know that we rate vehicles going over these speed bumps, and we go 5 miles an hour over the speed bumps, and we rate them 1 to 10. Nothing will ever be a 10. A 10 is just not existent. A 9 is pretty much dang perfect. So let's see what this thing gets. We go 5 miles an hour over it. I have to give this thing a 7.25 out of 10, which is very good. The suspension in pretty much all Volvo products is very, very good. And the road in which the dealership is located on, the road is just absolutely terrible. I mean, the undulations are crazy, the bumps are crazy in any other vehicle, but all the Volvo products soak up the bumps extraordinarily well. This thing just rides extremely well. One thing that I really like about the electric cars is just how zippy they are. So we are going to be doing a little 0 to 60 test right here. It says the speed limit is 25. That is not accurate. It is higher than that. As soon as this light turns green, I'm just gonna gun it. So here we go. This thing is extraordinarily fast, and I think that is why you have the 255s in the rear as opposed to, I believe it's 225s or 235s up front, and that is because the weight transfers to the rear and this thing just hooks and books. It is all-wheel drive. That's why it's called the twin all-wheel drive. You get motors in the front, you get motors in the rear, and this thing absolutely hauls. It is insanely fast. You floor this thing at just any type of speed and it just absolutely takes off, man. It's just absolutely crazy how fast this thing is. And you know, looking from the outside, let's say I don't know anything about cars. I'm driving this minivan right here and I take a look at this Volvo C40 and I take a look, I'm like, you know what, that thing looks like it'd probably be pretty slow. And I could understand why somebody would think that. Yes, I think that this thing looks sporty, especially because it's got that rear spoiler on the power liftgate. However, you know, an outside person that doesn't know very much about cars would be like, man, that thing looks like it's probably a pretty dang slow car, which is absolutely not the case. This thing, I mean, it just hooks and books and it hauls donkey. I'm not going to say the other word because I might get demonetized, but I mean, it hauls donkey, and I mean, it really, really hauls. So I'll do another little baby acceleration right here. Let's see what we can do. Ready? Look at the speedometer. I mean, it's just, it's crazy how fast that this thing is, actually how quick this thing is. But it also feels pretty fast as well. It doesn't feel like it's dropping off after a certain speed. It just continues to accelerate very, very quickly, which is really nice. Some of the other electric vehicles, you get up to 50 miles an hour and they really start to fall flat on their face. And that is not the case. This thing still has a ton of get up and go at 50 miles an hour. And one thing that I really like about electric vehicles as a whole is the one pedal driving. So I'm not sure if you may be able to tell, but I'm gonna let off of the accelerator once I get closer to this traffic up here. I'm not gonna hit the brake, but you'll see how quickly that this thing slows down. So I let my foot off of the brake. I got my foot not on either pedal, and it just brakes itself very, very quickly back down to 0 miles per hour. I'll show you guys. I'll let off. And one thing that's nice is that it comes to a gradual 0 miles an hour rather than just going and then like all the weight just shifts to the back. It's not like that. It actually, you know, comes to a stop very quickly, but once it gets to about 5 miles an hour, it starts to let off, so you come to a gradual 0 miles an hour instead of like a and then all the weight transfers back. You know, if you guys are heavy on the brake pedal and you come to a very abrupt stop, you know what I am talking about, how all the weight transfers back and it feels like it's not a very smooth stop. That is not the case. Volvo thought that through and it comes to a very gradual stop. I'll see if I can't get it to do that at this next stoplight. Not this one, but the next light. Hopefully the light is red. I mean, guys, this thing handles very well. The sound system is very good. It actually has a subwoofer with it, which is pretty cool. So I can go into here, I can go into my sound settings right here, and I can adjust for the surround sound as well as the treble, the bass, and the subwoofer. So it has a Harman Kardon sound system. So if you guys are familiar with Harman Kardon, you guys know that most of their sound systems are very, very good. Please light stay red so I can show you guys what it's like coming to 0 miles an hour. I'm not hitting the brake, so I'm gonna shift into this lane so I don't have to hit the brake, and I'll watch it come to 0 miles an hour. You see how it comes to like a slow 0 miles an hour? It comes to a very smooth stop, which I really like, and I like how Volvo thought that through. So it's not just an abrupt stop with the regenerative braking. So this thing rides extraordinarily smoothly. It's extraordinarily quick. One thing that I do have to say is that the steering is rather numb. You don't really have all that much steering feel. However, I think if you guys are buying one of these, I really don't think that you really care about the steering feel. If you guys cared about the steering feel, you'd get like, you know, something that's not electric, because it's got an electric steering rack, whereas, you know, on like a McLaren 570S, you have a hydraulic steering rack and you have extraordinary steering feel. But this thing's probably going to be used as a daily driver, and one thing that's cool about it is that let's say you're at a stoplight, and what's lined up next to you is like a Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, which has like the big V8 engine in it, and you guys both floor it from 0 to 60. Yeah, the Jeep is definitely going to sound a heck of a lot better because this thing's not making any noise. However, this thing is just going to take off, and it's going to be just a little bit faster than a Grand Cherokee SRT, which, like I said, it's got the 6.4 liter V8 and all-wheel drive, but this thing is going to be quicker. So whoo, let's do a little acceleration again. It's just, guys, it's just really, really fast, and it's very, very easy to drive because it has the one pedal drive. But if I had to summarize this vehicle, very quick, very comfortable, and very premium feeling. I mean, all the materials used on the interior as well as the exterior look premium, like very, very premium. And it's just a great feeling vehicle from the inside to the outside. But that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm really gunning for 50,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without your guys' help. Please help me make this dream a reality. And like I said, I can't do that without your guys' help. So give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But like I said, that's it for today's video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.